Hello everybody, and thank you for watching today. I'm going to be creating some pulled pork. I'm going to season it in a just very flavorful way, but not anything distinctive, because this pulled pork is going to be used in a few other dishes this week. It's part of my meal prep for the week. So in here I've got sea salt, garlic, parsley, smoked paprika, onion powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and a little bit, and I mean the tiniest bit, of some cumin in here just for a little bit of extra depth. And we're just gonna season up this pork shoulder. This is almost 3 pounds of pork shoulder, and you want to make sure you season up all of the sides of the pork shoulder. And after you season it, we are going to sear in this flavor here before we drop it into the crock pot. And if you have a pressure cooker, oh my gosh, a pressure cooker would be amazing to use with this, but we got the crock pot today, so this will take about 4 hours on high on the crock pot. When I say all sides, I mean get the whole thing seasoned up. Ooh, this smells so delicious. So I've seasoned it up all sides, and just to make sure that the flavor gets down into the meat, I'm also just taking this pitchfork and tenderizing it, making sure that all the seasoning will get down in there. I have my pan heating up on the stove. I put about 4 tablespoons of avocado oil in it, just to, you know, get this started with the sear, because this is not as fatty as pork shoulder usually is when I purchase it. And you see that I'm doing this very, very liberally, so make sure you take your time and get into the meat. So as I was saying earlier, you put the pork into a hot pan with some oil at about medium-high heat so that it can sear and soak in all that seasoning and all of that flavor, and the juices will also stay sealed in while it's slow cooking in our crock pot. Definitely make sure you sear. It's not a step that most people do. Most people just take the meat as it was, seasoned and tenderized, and just throw it into the crock pot. But this step, it's worth it. You'll see the difference when you actually take out the time to sear the meat. Okay, yep. Side looks pretty good. So I'm gonna let the other large side get brown, and then I'm going to try and slowly turn it and make sure I get all my sides here, because like I said, sealing in that flavor is definitely worthwhile, and you will definitely taste the difference, and maybe even texturally feel the difference between searing the meat before you slow cook it and not searing it before you slow cook it. So at the bottom of the crock pot, I put half of an onion. I'm just gonna put a cup of water on the bottom. It will release its own juices, but I just like to have a little bit of extra moisture in there because it's going to get super flavorful, but when I take the meat out, I like to store it in the juices so it's even more flavorful as the days go by. And then I'm just adding that little bit of seasoning that I had left over on top there. We're just going to close this up and set it on high for 4 hours, and we'll check it then. 4 hours later, look, we have that beautiful pulled pork, and it shreds very nicely. Look at all those wonderful juices. This is when you take it out. I kept the onion in there just because I love onion. And don't forget to make sure that you keep it in the juices so that it'll get even more flavorful as the days go by. And to make a barbecue pulled pork, all you have to do is add your favorite barbecue sauce, mix your pork into it, and put that bad boy under the broiler for about 5 to 10 minutes so it'll get nice and crispy. Look at that. The coleslaw will be linked above in the cards if you want that recipe to go with it to make this wonderful pulled pork sandwich. Like I said, you are not going to miss anything by using my rub. The flavor is so delicious. It was really outstanding. And this coleslaw is bomb. Yum! Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next week.